Jay Leno was never just a late-night television host, even though millions came to know him that way. For decades, he lived two separate lives that rarely overlapped in the public eye. One unfolded under bright studio lights, where he delivered calm humor night after night to a loyal audience. The other existed quietly behind garage doors, surrounded by engines, tools, and the smell of oil. On television, he appeared steady, predictable, and safe. The kind of figure families trusted to end their evenings with laughter. Off-stage, he was deeply hands-on, obsessed with understanding how things worked, especially machines. Few people realized how fully he committed to both worlds, or how much discipline it took to keep them balanced. Only later did the public begin to see that Jay Leno's life was built on constant motion, not just jokes. Roots, built on work and curiosity. Jay Leno was born in 1950 in New Rochelle, New York, to a working-class family that valued effort over comfort. His father, an Italian-American insurance salesman, and his Scottish mother raised him with simple expectations: work hard, stay humble, and never complain. When the family moved to Andover, Massachusetts, Jay spent much of his childhood in a small garage attached to their home. That space shaped him. He learned by taking things apart, studying engines, and rebuilding machines just to understand them. Cars became his first love long before comedy entered his life. The garage wasn't just a hobby space, it was a classroom where patience and problem-solving were learned by trial and error. Those early lessons stayed with him, shaping his approach to both mechanical work and performance, long before fame ever arrived. Two passions, one relentless routine. As Jay grew older, he noticed something unexpected. The satisfaction he felt fixing engines mirrored the feeling he got from making people laugh. Both required timing, focus, and persistence. After high school, he attended Emerson College in Boston, studying speech therapy and graduating in 1972. But academic life alone wasn't enough. He turned his dorm into the college's first comedy club, worked at a garage during the day, and performed stand-up at night. This exhausting schedule became his norm. By daylight, he earned money repairing cars. After sunset, he chased laughter in small clubs. Boston's comedy scene was thriving, and Jay was right in the middle of it. He once said his life was split cleanly: grease on his hands during the day, applause in his ears at night. That rhythm became his foundation, chasing opportunity without losing ground. In 1973, Jay Leno moved to Los Angeles, knowing success would not come easily. He worked in a Burbank garage to pay rent and performed at the Comedy Store whenever he could get stage time. Money was tight, but his discipline never wavered. He saved obsessively, avoided distractions, and treated comedy like a trade rather than a gamble. Slowly, television opportunities followed. In 1977, he appeared on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. His calm delivery and approachable style impressed Carson, who invited him back repeatedly. Over the next decade, Jay built a reputation as a dependable performer who felt relatable, not flashy. He wrote constantly, appeared on television, and accepted small acting roles. Even as opportunities grew, he never stopped working on cars. The garage remained his anchor, keeping him grounded amid rising fame. Becoming the face of late night. By 1986, NBC saw Jay Leno as the future. He was named Johnny Carson's official substitute host, a role that tested his consistency and stamina. Network executives admired his reliability. He was never late, never unprepared, and never interested in controversy. While Hollywood thrived on chaos, Jay stayed focused. When he officially took over The Tonight Show on May 25, 1992, the pressure was overwhelming. Fans were divided, critics were harsh, and comparisons were constant. Jay responded the only way he knew how, by working harder. He spent long days in production meetings, afternoons rewriting jokes, evenings taping the show, and nights performing stand-up elsewhere. He once admitted that success at that level was isolating. Yet he endured, trusting routine and effort over ego, believing consistency would eventually win the audience over. Earning trust through consistency. By the mid-1990s, Jay Leno had secured his place in American television. The Tonight Show drew millions of viewers nightly, eventually surpassing competitors and becoming NBC's strongest late-night property. Despite massive success, Jay never slowed down. He continued touring relentlessly, performing nearly 150 stand-up shows each year. He believed staying on stage kept him sharp and connected. Fame never altered his habits. He avoided Hollywood excess, lived modestly, and spent free hours restoring vehicles in his garage. He often compared comedy to mechanics, saying both required patience and adjustment until everything worked smoothly. While his career reached new heights, his personal life remained structured and disciplined. For Jay, success wasn't about celebration. It was about showing up night after night and doing the job the best way he knew how. Reinvention beyond the desk. After stepping down from The Tonight Show in 2009, Jay Leno faced public controversy and professional uncertainty. He returned to the host chair in 2010 and stayed until 2014, when he officially handed over the show. Rather than retreat, he shifted focus. He launched Jay Leno's Garage, blending his love of machines with storytelling. The series allowed him to explore automotive history while interviewing guests in a setting where he felt most himself. The show ran for several seasons and revealed a different side of Jay, curious, technical, and quietly passionate. His personal collection grew legendary, featuring rare and historic vehicles restored by hand. He didn't collect cars as trophies. He drove them, studied them, and respected their engineering. For Jay, machines weren't symbols of wealth, but expressions of craftsmanship, tested but never stopped. In his 70s, Jay Leno faced physical setbacks that would have slowed most people. Accidents during mechanical work and travel resulted in injuries that required recovery and patience. Yet each time, he returned to the stage and the garage with the same determination. The greatest emotional challenge came when his wife, Mavis, was diagnosed with advanced dementia. Jay spoke openly about commitment, saying love meant caring for someone when they could no longer care for themselves. Despite personal strain, he continued performing, restoring cars, and supporting charities. In 2025, at 75, he performed nearly 170 shows. His energy remained intact, driven not by fame, but by purpose. Jay Leno's life became proof that passion, when paired with discipline, can endure even as circumstances change. Two worlds, one legacy. Jay Leno's story is not simply about comedy or cars, it is about balance, discipline, and refusing to abandon any part of oneself. He built a life where laughter and machinery coexisted, each feeding the other. Comedy kept him sharp and human. Engineering kept him grounded and curious. Through decades of fame, he avoided excess, chose routine, and valued work over image. His legacy is not measured only in ratings or rare vehicles, but in consistency. Jay showed that success does not require reinvention of character, only dedication to craft. By staying true to both worlds, he created a life that remained full long after the spotlight dimmed. In the end, Jay Leno didn't slow down because he never stopped moving forward, one joke, one engine, one day at a time.